Hey guys, Hook to Clash here, and today is Abnormal Armies episode 2, guys. And because, as we can see here, we've got the Super Witches on cooldown, which means we've just had them for the last week. So I thought, since we have them, what better chance than to try something weird with them? And I thought you could do, those 5 healer, 4 Super Witch combos, but that's not abnormal enough, is it, guys? So I decided this week to come in with, yes, 6 Super Witches in my army compositions. That's 240 of the 280 space in my army comp taken up by Super Witches, guys. So, look, we'll find out if it's a good attack strategy or not. I've got 4 replays for you guys today. Unfortunately, I've done all 8 attacks for the day already, so we won't be able to see the live attack, but we'll go through all of the attacks. Just having a look. Yep. We're going to start with this one, guys. This was one of the triples that we had, and we're going to talk about why this base was good for Super Witches. So one of the really important things about Super Witches, or just any attack really, is the pathing through the base. And as you can see on this base, guys, there is a really good path if you come in from this side over here. Sorry, I'm actually going to change the color of that. If you come in with this from this side over here, or if you come in from this side over here, there's a really good path. Now, one of the things I realized about this army composition early on is because you've got no healers, guys, you can't do a Warden Walk or a Queen Walk to set up a funnel. So it makes it really difficult. Now, we won't have problems with funneling on this base, guys, because as you can see, it's going to be really easy to funnel any of the stuff up here, and then, do the Super Witches in here or in here. But in the other attacks later on, you're going to see what I've got in this blimp, guys, because it's absolutely necessary for the funneling. But we'll focus on this attack now. We can just start playing through because you guys can kind of see where we're going to be coming in from this attack. We've already talked about it a little bit. So looks like I'm just taking my sweet time, but look how quickly this base is going to get demolished, guys. We're at 2 minutes 10 and we're just about to put a troop down here. As you can see, I could probably talk about the army composition more, guys. So we have got 6 Super Witches. Then I'm bringing an Ice Golem as well. You're not going to get value out of the Ice Golem in this army, but just putting down the Ice Golem as the first troop, as we can see there, is just really handy because it means that the Super Witches don't get directly targeted. Allows them time to spawn all their big boys, and look at it, guys. We're using the King on the bottom side to funnel, but look at all these big boys. It's absolutely crazy. It's almost borderline funny to watch all those big boys go into the base. Now, one of the things you're seeing here is look at the 3 Super Witches going to the outside, guys. Super Witches do not like jump spells. That's one of the downsides of this attack. You need to create an epic funnel. And in Legends, when you don't have the healers for a Warden Walk or a Queen Walk, creating a funnel is really difficult. And that's one of the things we're going to find in the other attacks. As you can see here, guys, I'm actually just going to blimp the Town Hall. None of my Yetis, none of my big boys or Super Witch was going for it. And as you can see, guys, it's actually really hard to see because of all the skellies, but we are going with the 2 Yeti and the 1 Valk in the blimp for this attack. And I'll explain why in some of the other attacks coming up. But as you can see, guys, there's like no single targets left. There's no scatters left. We've got a bunch of witches up. Have I lost a witch? There's at least 5, if not 6 witches left up, guys. So this base is absolutely wrecked. Only just using the RC ability now. So this attack definitely has potential, guys. You just need a really good path through the base. And thankfully, this base provided that awesome path. Obviously, this base is very good against hybrid, but not as much against the Super Witches. We'll come into the second attack here, guys. And it's going to be on the 9527 account here. Obviously, the most important thing to note out of this base already, guys, is this base does not have max defenses. So really, if you run into this base in Legends and it's not max defenses, you want to be tripling it. But I'm sure you guys saw when we started this attack, we did not triple this base. However, as you're going to see in the bottom, guys, we are going to time fail this base, I believe. Do we get a troop down? Yep. Now, we're going to talk about what we're doing right now. As you can see, guys, with these bases that are very wide on every angle, it would be very hard to just spam 6 Super Witches down and create some sort of reliable funnel for them. And that's kind of what I realized in my first attack, guys. So my very first attack was actually a 1-star with this army. And then I started bringing this Yeti Bomb, and I actually got a lot more success with this Yeti Bomb. Obviously, it's easy to get more success than a 1-star, but we got some solid attacks in. And essentially, the point of this Yeti Bomb, guys, is I'm not trying to lure the CC. Some of the time, I don't even care about what value I get. The main thing I want is pathing. Because if this Yeti Bomb clears all this stuff down here, guys, probably won't get the elixir storage, then what I can do is I can kind of spam my super witches in there, put like a jump spell here to jump them into the core, and then we can use the king with maybe this baby drag that you can see we've got in our army comp, because that's there to funnel as well, maybe with a wizard or 2 as well. And the idea is to just get probably 5 super witches into the core of the base. I'm happy to use one of them with the king. Can't remember if I do in this attack, but I'm happy to use one with the king. But basically, this Yeti Bomb's being used to set a funnel that allows the super witches to all reliably get in the core. And if they get in the core of the base, guys, bases can disappear. So we'll start up the attack here. I think I actually raged this Yeti Bomb, guys. Unfortunately, don't look at my spell composition too rigorously on this, guys. I didn't mean to bring 6 freezes. 6 freezes is absolutely crazy. I don't know why anyone would bring 6 freezes. I will explain the spell composition that I'm bringing for this army in the next one, because the spell composition kind of got messed up for this attack. I mustn't have just used all my spells in the previous attack. Unfortunately, it ruined it for us. Anyways, so as you can see, we use 1 super witch to help the king funnel, and look at it, guys, there is so much tanking on that funnel over there. And then we got the jump and a bunch of super witches all going into the core here. As you can see though, a few of them walk. Like I said on the last attack, guys, super witches hate jump spells, and it's one of the real downsides of it there. But as you can see, because I've randomly got 6 freezes, guys, we're just going to keep freezing for this attack. We pop our warden right there, and the warden's really nice. The queen gets the town hall whilst the warden ability is going, so that town hall's just going to do no damage to us, and we still have a bunch of super witches up. But yet again, guys, look on the left hand side. Sorry, I hiccuped there. On the left hand side, we've got 3 super witches on the outside of the base, and this queen's getting targeted, and we're just going to 2 times through it, guys, because the end of this attack is essentially going to be watching all these super witches just not get the value we wanted out of them. And we're basically, I thought we time failed, but from memory, this isn't a time fail, guys. This scattershot's actually going to stay up. Look at it. This RC just can't quite take out the scattershot. It's going to cost us the triple here. But this is another thing that I don't actually think would be a huge problem with this army, but time is always an enemy of the super witch. Even like when we're doing like the normal super witches, you're talking about wanting to start your super witches at the sort of 2-minute 10 mark. But I'm starting at like 2-minute 30, and I'm still encountering time fails, guys. So you got to watch out. That's one of the weaknesses of the super witch attack strategy. But yeah, like I said at the start of that attack, guys, it's obviously not good at all that we time failed on a base where we should really be tripling that. It was a low level base, so that's not a great sign for this attack strategy. Now, this is the correct spell composition, guys, and I know a few of you are thinking, well, wait, why is he bringing 4 freezes? Because normally for Yeti smashes and all those sort of smash attacks, the sort of standard composition is 3 rage, 2 jump, 2 freeze, and a poison. But I figured the biggest enemy of this attack, guys, yes, time is one of them, but because I wasn't thinking time isn't as paramount, honestly, the biggest problem with these attacks are like these single infernos and these scatter shots, guys, because you can't afford to have your super witches dying, because this is such a high HP army, and therefore the singles are going to do work on your troops. So I dropped a rage and brought 2 extra freezes, and I actually stand by the decision. Yes, we did have a time fail on the last base, which obviously doesn't help, but I stand by the decision there. We'll quickly skip through all of this prep time, as I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing. But we're going to see this Yeti Bomb in action, guys. Look at what I try and do with this Yeti Bomb here. Can't remember if I rage it. Yeah, the delayed rage. I was only going to rage them if they got inside the wall, and thankfully they did. That's why the rage was a little late. But as you can see, we carve out some sort of funnel with the Yetis there. Now we're going to use the baby drag on the bottom side, the king and a wizard on the top side. And yep, the king's going to go up and around, and then we can just spam all 6 super witches, guys, right into the middle, and we will jump. Like I said, it looks absolutely ridiculous putting 6 Super Witches in a line, but that's how this army composition works, guys. That's the entire point of it. That's the entire point of this series, doing dumb stuff that we thought we wouldn't do otherwise. Thankfully, all the Super Witches go in for this jump here, which is a miracle. And then we have the second jump opening up into the core. The CC comes out. Unfortunately, I freeze this single Inferno at the bottom a little too late, guys. I didn't notice it was on one of my Super Witches, but I will freeze it right about now. There it is. Because basically, I'm just trying to keep as many Super Witches alive as possible. As soon as that Town Hall looks like it's going down, bam, Warden ability. Because keep in mind, guys, you've got no healers. You've got absolutely no healing for this army composition. So you need to make sure you don't let your Super Witches take any more damage than necessary. As we can see, we're using the RC on the bottom side. Basically, this RC is just clearing out any flank that the Super Witches are struggling to go to. This is a really nice freeze, actually. We've got the Eagle, the Scatter, and an Archer Tower. Then we get the Scatter again. I'm just not letting this Scatter shot do anything, guys. And thankfully, I think the RC is just going to take out the Scatter. But what was looking pretty wrecked for a while, guys, look at it. The attack really slows up here. And I think we're going to find out, guys, that this is going to be another time fail here. So that's... the last one wasn't technically a time fail. I think it was a fail. But that's 2 attacks where time has been a serious concern for the attack. And that's obviously not good. Because if you're going to get close to tripling it, you obviously don't want time to be stopping you. Well, you just want triples. It's that simple. But yeah, there was no way that this Tesla was going to take out everything that was left on this, guys. So it's going to be a close attack. It was a nice try from us there. But we just couldn't quite take out the rest of the base. So as we've seen so far, guys, we've gotten a triple and 2 high 90s. So what are we going to see from the last attack here? The last attack I want to show you guys is this one. I'm sure you've all seen this base before. I hate this base with a passion. I'm not very good at tripling it. And, well, let's see if Super Witches can do a better job than what I normally hit it with does. So as you can see, we're going to use the Yeti Bomb to take out this single at the top. I'm not going to rage it. I just don't see any point because the King and Queen are going to chew through my Yetis. But the most important thing is they got that single and they're going to create some sort of funnel up here. As you can see, I just used my Queen naked at the top of the base. I mean, she's always going to go to the left, guys. There's no way she's going for that Elixir storage on the right-hand side. So it's a pretty safe sort of funnel there. Then we use the Ice Golem. Yet again, it's doing such a nice job with this attack. I can't recommend it enough. King to funnel the bottom side with like a lower Super Witch to help out. And then the 5 remaining Super Witches in the core. We use a nice early rage there to push our troops through the core. And then the Town Hall activates there. And as everything's going into the core, we pop the Warden ability. I actually thought this was a really good Warden ability at the time. But look at this, guys. Yet again, 2 of the Super Witches going to the outside of the base. Far from ideal. And the Warden's following them. This is what I don't get. I don't understand why this Warden's following the 2 Super Witches on the outside instead of like the 1,000,000 Super Witches in the core. But look at this, guys. These Super Witches, because of this scatter shot, it's doing so much splash damage. All our Super Witches are gone, guys. And this is why healers are so crucial in these smash attacks. Because when your troops get held up and there's a lot of splash damage from the Eagle, Scatter Shot, Wiz Tower, even Mortars, guys, it all adds up. And the Super Witches, even with 4,000 hit points, they're not impossible to kill without the healers. Now, if I had 4 healers on this attack, or even 5, I think I had a chance here, honestly. But the Super Witches, just by themselves, struggled a whole lot more. And as you can see, guys, we're going to get nowhere near the sort of mark we were aiming for here. I think it ends up at 76%. So I want you all, before we back out of this attack, to guess how many trophies I got with this Legends army in 8 attacks on the day. Keep in mind with the Electrone last episode, we got 270-ish. And this week, we're sort of at an equal trophy level as we were last week. So this is going to be a great test, guys. So what do you guys think? Are we going to get more or less than last week? Okay, let's open this now, guys, and we'll scroll down because I've done no attacks today. And look at that, guys. We got 218 cups, which is obviously a little far behind what we got with the Electrone. As I said earlier in this video, guys, this first attack here was a 1-star, and that's kind of because I was bringing the hogs in the siege barracks, because obviously hogs in a siege barracks is nice for a lot of those smash attacks, because it helps like the RC do a lot of damage on the back end. But because we needed the funnel on this base, for this attack strategy, we needed to switch to the Yeti Bomb. And as we can see, after the Yeti Bomb switch, we had a bit of success, guys, but then we got diminishing returns even as I got better and better with the army composition. So that kind of says a lot about it, guys. Like, it is like a good attack strategy, but it's so base dependent. Also, something to note about this triple here. Sorry, it's really small again. Something to note about this triple here, guys, is it happened on a base with like 10, 11, and 12 defenses. It did have like the scatter shots, the eagle, the max town hall, and all of that, but the point defense was not maxed, and that's probably contributed more to me tripling than the actual super witches. So 218 cups for the day, guys. How are we going to rate that? We will get our spreadsheet back up for you all. There it is in the middle of the screen there, guys. So as you can see, the starting trophies was almost identical as the Electron, guys. And because it's later in the season, we should be getting even easier bases. But yeah, 218 cups on the day and only 2 triples, guys. That's just not enough for what we're looking for in Legends League. And as you can see, I've already put the rating in there, guys. And it's a pretty harsh rating, because we still have gotten 218 cups. It's by no means a horrible day, but given the bases, most of the bases I tripled, guys, or got high percent on, were like lower level bases. I think that's just disappointing. You would want, you know, you need to be able to triple max bases, and we weren't really able to do that much in this video, except for that first attack. But that base, was just begging for this sort of attack. So yeah, guys, that's the second week of Abnormal Armies done. If you enjoyed it, let me know down in the comments below. And as always, drop some ideas that you'd love to see in this series. I am actually keeping track of all of them in the doc, guys. As you can see there, we've got a bunch of them ready for you all. So if you've got any that you'd like to add to the list, please let me know down below. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like and a subscribe, and hopefully I see some of you soon.